Obesity, a growing epidemic that demands our attention and action. Obesity is caused by eating more than required, where it leads to poor diet. Malaysia, holding the unfortunate title of having the highest adult obesity rate in Southeast Asia, has sparked concern within the government as highlighted in the paper article. Changing one's lifestyle is one way of treating obesity. In light of pressing need to address the obesity crisis, I propose the implementation of a groundbreaking initiative called NObese. NObese is an anti-obesity mobile application developed by me, Praveen Nair, and supervised by Dr. Noor Intan. Allow me to share a captivating tale with you. Emily is a business professional who lives in Penang. She is a dedicated professional who neglected her health due to her demanding job. Her busy schedule often left her with little time for exercise or proper meal planning. She would grab quick meals from nearby fast food joints, thinking she could always make up for it later. Her weight started to increase, and she realized it was time for a change. Determined to lose weight, she researched diets and nutritional guidelines. Armed with knowledge, Emily still faced obstacles in implementing her new habits. However, she soon discovered that her good intentions were being hindered by several problems. The primary issue at hand is manual food logging can be a hassle. Accurately measuring calorie content becomes a challenge when serving sizes vary, and keeping track of countless food items compounds the difficulty. Next is lack of machine learning powered application for obesity classification from user habits. This makes it hard to accurately identify and understand patterns in users' habits, which hampers the ability to provide personalized intervention and support. Third is limited exposure and inaccurate practices in fasting. Fasting has shown a good step towards the weight loss of an individual, as it tends to burn more body fats and promotes a healthy eating schedule. This practice is not performed by individuals due to the lack of exposure towards fasting, and some perform an inaccurate fasting practices. Fourth is struggling with meal ideas. People have no idea on healthier food option, causing the diet progress dull and hard to continue. To tackle the stated problems, NObese has proposed a solution that is segmented into four novel features. The first feature is the diet and activity monitoring. This feature enables the user to log their daily meal intake and activity performed. Next on the list is intermittent fasting tracker. This feature equips users with accurate knowledge about intermittent fasting, guiding them through different fasting windows and helping them track their fasting activities. Third is food recommendation, which is designed to broaden their culinary horizon and encourage exploration of different types of healthy food. Fourth is user analysis and engagement, offers users statistics and analytics based on their historical data, providing valuable insight and information about their habits and progress. Individuals seeking assistance with obesity-related concern can receive timely and helpful guidance around the clock. The proposed solution is believed to achieve a few objectives, such as to predict users' obesity class using machine learning model based on their data, to suggest healthy food alternatives through recipe recommendation, and to track net calorie intake and optimize fat utilization with intermittent fasting. NObese consists of four main modules, and the first module is the user diary. This module displays the personalized calorie limit of the user and tracks the daily net calorie based on food consumed and activity performed. This module also tracks water consumption, classifies the obese level of the user, and enables the user to log food intake through image recognition. The next module is the intermittent fasting. This module guides the user to perform accurate fasting and track the user's fasting practices. The next module is recipe recommendation. The module provides user with a wide range of food recipe which is segmented into various categories. It enables the user to look through the recipe based on their cravings and calorie requirements, while quick add the food to the calorie tracker if they desire to consume the food. Fourth is user module. This module is mainly for user engagement and management. This module enables the user to edit their details upon changes in habits and also view statistics and analytics based on their tracker history. It also enables the user to always pour their doubts and requests for tips of any time around the clock. Next part is the architecture diagram of NObese. This system is a mobile application which has to be installed in a smartphone to handle user requests. The necessary data and images that is required to be used is stored in the Firestore. Firebase authentication service is also used to authenticate each user. The user may request to predict obese level via the classification model which is stored in the backend server built on FastAPI. The user can request to predict food with the food image via CNN model embedded in the application using TensorFlow Lite. the user can engage with NObese bot that assists the user with obesity related question, which is developed on Dialogflow, a service provided by Google Cloud Platform. The first intelligent implementation is the obese level classification, where it classifies the obese level of the user based on the data using decision tree model. The model is built using scikit-learn and it is exported using joblib to serialize and optimize the model for serving purpose. The model is stored in the backend fast API server to handle prediction requests. Next is the food image recognition feature. Is used to identify the food uploaded by the user to ease food logging process. A CNN deep learning model is built for the feature using TensorFlow and it is exported to TensorFlow Lite for efficient deployment in the mobile applications, enabling faster and optimized inference. Next is NObese bot, a chatbot specifically designed to address obesity related inquiries in Dialogflow, a service provided by the Google Cloud Platform. This intelligent bot is equipped with an extensive collection of meticulous organized intents, allowing it to efficiently handle a wide range of user questions and provide accurate and helpful responses. The benefits of NObese is user gain to better understand on their everyday diet intake. The chatbot in the diet app offers personalized 24/7 assistance and support. It also provides a wide range of food recommendations to engage user. NObese can contribute to SDG 3, which is good health and well-being. And now let's dive into the demo session. So now Emily has decided to use the mobile application. So this is the login page of the application. So in order for Emily to use the application as a new user, she has to sign up. So during the sign up process, she has to provide her Gmail, her email, and her respective password that she wishes to sign up with. During the sign up process, she has to answer several questions. Once she successfully signed up, she'll be prompted the user ID page. In the user ID page, she'll be provided with a daily calorie limit, which is personalized to her based on the data she used to register. Okay, so over here you can see the intake and burn is 0 because Emily has not logged the food she eat and the activity she perform. So for example, for lunch, Emily is having white rice. She can either choose here or she can search for white rice. And then over here it will be displayed with respective energy, carbohydrate, protein and fat content. So let's say Emily is taking 2 servings of rice. It will be added to her calorie counter, which is displayed over here 666, and the remaining calorie is updated as well. So now she has lesser calorie that she can consume for the day. Besides that, Emily can also quickly log the food she consumed through image processing, where she can pick the image of the food she consumed and the name of the food will be predicted, pizza. Upon the confirmation that it's pizza, Emily has to click on the image and she'll be redirected to the pizza page, and then she can specify the amount of oil that she consumed. Besides that, Emily can also use her camera to capture the food directly. Next, Emily can also log the activity that she performed. Let's say Emily performed cycling for 30 minutes, then she has to specify 3 because each servings is for 10 minutes, each count is for 10 minutes. So the respective amount of calories she burned will be reflected as well. And next, she can specify the water she consumed with just one tap. It's updated for 250, or she can enter a custom value like 500 fill and it will be updated accordingly 750. And she can also edit her weight easily with just the plus and minus button. So over here it's 76.9 and over here 77, so it reduces by 100 gram per every clicks. So check weight class over here is a machine learning model used to classify Emily's weight, obese level. So right now Emily is in normal weight, and all the respective tips and advices will be given for each class. Next, we'll be looking at intermittent fasting. For the intermittent fasting, Emily is provided with 4 fasting windows that she can try on, and today she decided to try on fasting window 1410. So over here the details will be given. So what is 1410 means, and Emily can click start fasting and she'll be further prompted to the timer page where the starting time is by default now, or else she can change it if she wish to, and the expected date will be computed accordingly based on the fasting window, and she'll be provided with the tips, necessary tips as well, Emily can also go to the next step to check on the history, fasting history. But since she's a new user, she has not fasted before, there is no history. So Emily, once she decides that she wants to fast, after reading all them, she can click the begin button and the fasting timer will be started. So since the fasting timer started, she'll be also prompted with some comments that she can read up as a guidance for her facts tips as well. So next page will be the recipe page. So for this recipe page, it's by default it will show all the recipes that are available in the application, and she can also further narrow down her scope by clicking high protein, or she wants to be, if she's a vegetarian on the day, or she's looking for high energy food and so on. Alright, she can also search for food over here. Let's say she's planning to have salad on the day, so she can search for salads like a variety like ingredients, steps, and the entire recipe will be displayed over here, and the details with the respective energy, protein, fats, and carbohydrate as well. If Emily is satisfied and Emily is convinced with the recipe and she wants to do it for the day, she doesn't have to manually go and log the salad again. She can just log it from over here. She can just add in the food over here based on the amount of servings. Let's say she's having one serving, and she can just add over here as well. So this will be reflected. As you see, the value over here is updated 1452, and the remaining calorie limit reduces as well. And next is the profile page, which is the final page. So this profile page is profile page of Emily, and over here is the progress counter. So so in this progress counter, if Emily has reduced her weight, like her weight right now is 76.9, the progress counter will be updated. So her goal weight is 70, as she stated that during her registration process, and as she loses more weight, the progress counter will be progressing as well. So right now, since Emily is a new user, she has not lost weight, so her loss is 0. Emily can also look through her analysis, where the dietary energy analysis is over here, water intake over here, based on, because Emily is a new user, so she only has the data for today, which is Wednesday, on the day that video is being recorded, and weight data as well. So there are 4 different analyses. Next is fasting history. Okay, let's say Emily decided to cancel her fast, or she suddenly is craving to eat something and she's not more gonna fast anymore. So she can manually enter fast, and it will be prompt a success prompt, and the fasting, the duration she fasted will be updated accordingly over here. So if she goes to the profile and goes to the fasting history over here also, she can see, and she can view her history over there as well. And besides that, Emily can also edit her profile. So this is Emily's current data, and she wants to edit in over here. Her family history is no, and her weight, she has accidentally put her weight, but her weight is actually 87, and she update, and her weight class will be changed accordingly, and the tips and advices will be updated based on the current weight class. Next, Emily can also request for tips and advices from NObese chat. So NObese chat is a personalized NObese bot which assists the user in their doubts and give them respective tips. So let's say Emily says hi, she is initiating a conversation with the NObese bot, and the NObese bot will reply. And the NObese bot will reply accordingly to the user's questions. So this is the example conversation between Emily and the NObese bot, and Emily has received the answers for all of her questions, and she can end the conversation with a thank you, and the NObese bot will greet her back as well. So since Emily had ventured throughout the application and now she decided to log out, and I'll be showing an existing user, another user who's been existingly using this application, which is Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave has been using this application for a long time, but it's 0 because he has just starting his day. It's a new day, Wednesday, and it's 8:59 in the morning. So he's just using this application for today. So it's still 0. And then over here, the profile page, you can view his analysis. It says dietary energy for the past 3 days. It will show the average, weekly highs, and weekly lowest. And water intake for the past 3 days, where it shows the average, weekly highs, and weekly lowest. Active energy for the past 3 days with average, weekly highs, weekly lowest. and his weight, which remains stagnant for the past 3 days. So over here, I'm going to add in breakfast. Since you see here for the dietary energy, Wednesday is still empty. So over here he's having breakfast. So let's say he's having nasi lemak with 1 serving, and he successfully added. So you can see the chart has been updated over here with nasi lemak. So as he keep adding more food over the day, and as his meal keeps going on, the chart will be updated accordingly. So does the water consume? If you consume 250 milliliter from 0 for today, it's 250 milliliter. These trackers will be updated on daily basis. And if he goes to the analysis, the water intake over here will be updated as well. As you can see, there is a small stopwatch on the Wednesday. So does the same thing for active activity. If you place soccer, one soccer match wasted 60 minutes, and active energy will be updated as well. The highest and the longest duration of activity is today Wednesday, which is for 60 minutes. And so does the weight. Let's say his weight has been stagnant for 67, and today during he checked on his weight in the weighing scale, he came across that he has lost 400 grams, so 66.6. So over here when he checks his weight, it will be updated as well. The lowest is 66.6, which is today, and the highest is 67, which is stagnant throughout the entire week. And over here the progress, he has also lost 400 grams, which is 0.4 kg, and his goal is 61 kilograms. So that's all from me. Thank you. No more excess, no obesity with NObese.